How does Blue-Black Pirates take care of Experimental Frenzy? By killing your opponent. You're a tempo deck. You pressure them while you disrupt them. You can also like take it with Kitesail, Freebooter, or counterspell it, but generally just by killing them. Pirates doesn't. The builds of Pirates I've been playing don't play Thought Erasure. Have I played Bant Fog? Yeah, you can find matches of playing Bant Fog on my website. Click standard decks at the top. Deck's a lot of fun. Let's update the stream decker here. Yeah, sorry, McGee. It just felt really clunky and awkward. Just felt like a bad version of the other things that we've been playing. Yep, so another viewer submitted deck list. I kind of like the look of this. It's possible we have 4 Lava Coil and 75. It's possible that hedging all Lava Coil in the main deck is correct. I'm a pretty big fan of that card in the format right now. I do like having both Niv and Crackling Drake in the main deck. I think one of the ways you want control decks to be good is one of the things that makes control decks good in this format is their ability to close. There's so many what's it called? There's so many good closers in this format that one of the best ways to like make sure you don't lose control of the game is to just end the game before your opponent has a chance to draw out of it. My son started playing Magic, and I was thinking about getting him started on Arena. He likes duels at the moment. If I dropped 250, could I just get wild cards and let him make decks? Do I have to buy packs specifically? Yeah, you have to buy packs. So when you buy packs, you're guaranteed wild cards as you open packs, though. So every 6 packs, you get a rare, and every 3rd rare is a mythic. So every 18 packs you buy, you're guaranteed 2 rare wild cards and 1 mythic wild card, basically. Yeah, I think, so one of the things I was thinking about when looking at the deck list, I agree that 4 Mission Briefing is probably a lot. Like, the important thing to remember is that Mission Briefing is effectively a 4-mana spell. Like, this deck especially doesn't have any shocks in it. One of the ways we could make Mission Briefing better in this deck is by putting copies of shock into our deck, because then Mission Briefing is a 3-mana spell when we're Mission Briefing back something that costs 1. Have you messed around with L6 Omniscience List at all? I've not played it, Scholar. I think I want a 5th land, and I prefer it to be untapped and not hurt me, but I don't think I want a 6 guaranteed. You have a lot of draw steps, we'll probably hit the 6th on time anyways. Hey, Engu, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that. Welcome. If they have a Drake here, we could be in trouble. Oh, we have Lava Coil anyways. Do this and pass back. Yes, yeah, we played Grixis Dragons a good bit on stream, which has turn 3 Sark and turn 4 Niv-Mizzet. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just sabotaged this. Like, I know I could Lava Coil it and they can get this back later, but I really just don't want to tap out next turn, I don't think. Running more Drakes to burn off the Fry Gallery, something like that. So, like, if they bring the bird back this turn, next turn I'll be able to Lava Coil it, plus hold up a counterspell still. I wonder if I was supposed to... I think I was supposed to Ionize on 3, because I actually can't Mission Briefing Sabotage at the moment, the way my lands have worked out, because I don't have quad blue. I really like the soundtrack in Arena. It's like very subtle music, but it's like upbeat usually. Why does Niv get awkward for us? We've got a bunch of bacon bolts, and we've got actually I don't remember if there's Fight with Fire in my sideboard or not. Guess I just let this happen. Yeah, I'm gonna let this happen and just Lightning Strike it, I think. If they put 2 Phoenixes into play here, it's bad for us. I guess it's not even that bad. They could discard a bird from their hand with this radical idea. Strike this down with fire before we go any further. I traveled for competitive Magic the Gathering before. I've not. The only time I've been out of the United States was a trip to the Bahamas that Christie's work paid for. Good old-fashioned business trips. Yep. So, they're getting us down to 15 here, but, like, I have a Lava Coil for the Arclight, and they're down to 3 cards in their hand. There's this like serious lack of Blood Moons in Arena. Yeah, that's one of its most appealing features, a pile of Blood Moons. Thanks for the 5-month resub there, I appreciate it. Welcome back. Whoop, it's the wrong one. Kinda duo. It's hard to stick Niv and have a bunch of mana up to cast spells, so usually you have a chance to untap and kill it. This is fine. This is fine. So I'm gonna upkeep Mission Briefing to try and find a 7th land, and then we will Mission Briefing the Lava Coil here. So if you already have a card in your discard pile that you know you want to Mission Briefing back, doing this during the upkeep lets you set up your draw step, which is nice. Those are both gonna stay right there. This lets me cast this while holding up Ionize still, which is nice. So we're a little bit low here, but Niv game 1 should hopefully dumpster my opponent pretty thoroughly. Sure. Sure. That thing makes a really ugly noise. I guess it is a goblin after all. Thud. Paint me like one of your French girls. Poor Niv. I guess Bacon Bolt's waiting to be jump started, so I need to wait to play this until I have 7 up. Or 9 up. Nope, never mind, JK. Welcome to the Space Jam. Enjoy your stay. I think there might be something to this Niv-Mizzet card chat. Pretty good. Gingerbread Man, thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So since I've drawn lands 8 and 9 here, I'm gonna pass because in the off chance they like have another Bacon Bolt, I would like to make them not kill me this turn. This seems fine. So even if they have a Bacon Bolt here, they're going to have to cast it twice, which lets me draw 2 cards. Or like my Ionize hits them. And I'm like, I'm going to draw into a Drake at some point. Jin, thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. I'm glad you're enjoying Arena after our Hex hiatus. No blocks here, obviously. We'll Bacon Bolt this next turn if we don't draw a better removal spell for it. Not enough. I want to slay the incorrect information with my sword. What's going on, Bear? Thanks for the 8 months. Welcome back. I appreciate that. I've played a good bit of Magic in my life, but I've definitely played more recently than I have in a while. Arena got me to play Magic off stream for the first time in a long time. It had been a long time since I'd played Magic off stream, and Arena has me doing it pretty consistently now. We could theoretically die to a maximized velocity sequence here, but pretty unlikely. I think punching them for 5 is right, so we can kill them the following turn. Lava Coil is fantastic. Bacon Bolt is fantastic. Negate's just okay. Lightning Strike's pretty mediocre in this matchup. And that's, do I want Expansion Explosion? I probably don't mind Expansion Explosion. How do we feel about Expansion Explosion versus Banefire? Thoughts, feelings? Yeah, the Gunner Snipe deck's a lot of fun, Card Don't. Glad you're enjoying it. What's the thing making the cards augmented? That is an extension called Deckmaster, which is quite fantastic. It's like a 2-mana counter. It can also like turn their Lava Coils back on them. I think I'd rather have that than Banefire. Yeah, things like Deckmaster and like the Hearthstone Innkeeper and stuff like that, those things go a long way to making these card games accessible. A long, long way. It seems fine. Not amazing, but fine. I'm probably supposed to lead on Steam Vents there, right? Yeah, definitely supposed to lead on Steam Vents. This is only for the back half of this. This might be too cute, too. Yeah, I agree, Gold Dead Ringer. The combo decks in this standard format feel like they strike a really sweet balance towards doing something interesting and powerful, but still being interactable with on a number of axes or raceable by the aggressive decks. Yeah, I send Deckmaster $10 a month on Patreon. That's their highest tier they had up on Patreon. So Stream Decker is the extension that I use to see the deck list on screen. Deckmaster is the thing that lets you see the deck list, or see mouse over the card. Sorry. Bacon Bolt this guy since you're missing lands. Is it just Arena or also that Standard seems better? This Standard format is good. If Arena didn't exist, I would be playing Standard on Magic Online right now. This Standard format is very, very good. I don't think I want to jam into a counterspell here. I think I'm just going to do this and pass, hold up Ionize. Best 3 decks in the format. Green, black, Drakes, and Jeskai Control. White aggro? I don't know. There's so many decks that are also pretty close in power level. I'm actually going to Ionize this, because if they don't hit a land drop, they can't counterspell my Crackling Drake. Yeah, 4 is definitely too many briefings. I'm going to change the spell selection a little bit after this match, I think. I think I want, like, Shocks in the main deck, and 4 Lava Coil and stuff like that. Probably trim the Lightning Strikes in a couple of the mission briefings. I really like the Jund Dinos deck. It's a lot of fun. It's doing something pretty powerful, too. Like, Regisaur's Alpha into Carduchar, and it's just, like, objectively powerful. In for both of those. Yeah, you can find Jun Dinos and a whole bunch of other great decks on my website, jeffhoagland.com. First bird in there. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good Friday. You think my site's sweet and there's a lot of great decks on it? Tell your friends. Spent a lot of work putting that together. Had someone else help me put it together too, so. This is the first game with this deck. First match, second game, I believe. Yes, borrow your spell, counter your spell. Just good, clean living. They have shock in post board, okay. It's a big Drake. I guess, just gonna stay right there. I guess they have Bacon Bolt in their hand, in their bin, so this Drake is dead. I don't think that's true at all, Jukeboxer. I think if you, maybe that's the decks you're playing against the Drake decks, or maybe you haven't played with them enough. The Drake decks have a lot of play to them in my experience. In fact, we just got done playing one of the Drake Phoenix decks, and one of the things that feels really good about the Phoenix deck in my experience is that it's a mid-range deck in the sense that it has different roles and different matchups. There's definitely games where like the Phoenix deck is acting as a control deck. Wait, Glenn, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine here. Yeah, if your video is zoomed in, it's probably your browser. Usually holding down the control key on your computer plus scrolling with your mouse wheel will zoom in and out. Alternatively, you could also try clearing your browser cache. What? Alright, well, they're dead. I don't know why they didn't Beacon Bolt me here, but we're gonna go Lava Coil, kill you. Bye, friends. What do you think of a 4-mana 12 power evasive creature that draws a card? Is that card good? Seems pretty reasonable. What are we doing? Where is it at? Drake control. Yeah, I think this is too many mission briefings. I'm not a huge fan of Lightning Strike in general right now, especially in main decks. I like Shock for the resource efficiency. That's 62. I'm gonna trim a couple of these briefings. That doesn't seem unreasonable. I think the last two cards I'm gonna put in my sideboard since I board in the Lava Coil are Entrancing Melody. This is Blue-Red's best answer to a Danto Vanguard, which is nice. Gonna update the Stream Decker and hop back into another match here. Next victim, please. 4 mana evasive creature that draws a card is good. What do you think if they make it worth 6 mana, right? Seems reasonable. Yeah, the 2x Watery Grave are just for the back half of Discovery, which might be too cute, but I'm interested to see if it ever comes up. So I'll play a few games with them. They haven't hurt us yet. So like, there are gonna be games where they do hurt us, I'm sure, but Sand's a little slow on the draw. Hey, Gorks, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. All right, green black. This is kind of the litmus test of the format. Can we be competitive here? Just spent my first $100 on Arena. Ended up with 43 common, 52 uncommon, 24 rare, and 11 mythic. So fair to say that you could build any deck on $100. Nice. Yeah, and Jund Jurassic Park is actually one of the more rare and mythic heavy decks that you could be buying into too. It feels bad. I guess this gives me 2 more looks. And that was Mountain and on an island. Would you have let on Mountain? Yeah, probably. So, this is like a control deck. Really, this is like it's somewhere in the middle. This is kind of like a mid-range tempo deck in a way. If you could classify something as such a thing. That's really unfortunate. I mean, there's land number 3, I guess. You know, I wonder if Discovery is actually better than just playing Anticipate in this deck. I really wish, you know what emote this game really needs? It needs a use the auto tapper emote. Is Jeskai Midrange just an upgraded Boros Angels? Yeah, basically, it's like Boros Angels with Teferi in it. I want the Spyglasses. I don't think this is a Melody matchup. We could possibly want Bacon Bolt. It's not a Banefire matchup. I'm gonna bring in the extra bolts, I think. Just like turning lands into removal in the late game seems fine. Scheduled downtime will begin in 60 minutes. Why is there downtime on Friday nights? What? Oh, I guess this is our last deck tonight then. That's a tilt. It's a hot fix. All right. You just need to restart. Oh, well, that's way less intimidating. It's no downtime. It might be better to reword what that message is, Megan, if that's the case. Does a hotfix mean my client's going to update or just has to reconnect to a server update? I didn't do that one, it wasn't me. So I can opt into mission briefing, opt. Druid of the Cowl. Okay, so they're probably a little bit bigger version of whatnot. Perfect, sounds good. Fire. Yeah, reinstall is quick though, Jekyll Girl. It'll be first. I think I'm gonna mission briefing now because I could hit a removal spell for this. In for Bacon Bolt. Rainbow Lich isn't competitive and every deck seems to be more or less mid-range. I think that's just like objectively false on both fronts. I think Rainbow Lich has plenty of reasonable matchups, and I think there are a number of very aggressive decks in this format. And there's tempo decks, and there's decks that are like dedicated control decks. Megan hasn't worked at WotC that long, and she doesn't work on the Magic Online part, so she can't be responsible for the Tron button. Just the physical pain I go through when my opponent taps all 5 lands. Vivian... Alright. This deck's kind of made incredibly sad by Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, Vivian's very good. Yeah, the fact that just like so many of the good threats in this format just like happen to have flying is a big deal. You know, that being said, the fact that it's not downtime on a Friday night, but a hot fix on a Friday night, that's great. Gotta pay people extra to work on Friday nights. I think the Tron button is kept next to the water cooler for anyone depressed. An update is available, please restart. Look at that! Look at that, it's so refreshing. Alright, we'll restart after this then. We'll play a match and we'll restart for our update. Yeah, the pace of games, like sound effects, all of the awesome video game things that Arena does really well aside, the pacing of the gameplay because of the auto tapper and just the awkward priority things that Magic Online doesn't skip through but Arena does is just fantastic. Rude. I like my thoughts, opponent. Don't erase them. I have the Tron button. So we're not getting to dinos tonight. We did dinos last night, Cam Bam. In case you missed it, I actually signed on and played 2 different decks. So that one's up on the YouTubes like always. Yeah, I was itching to play some Arena and some Standard last night, so I signed on and did a couple of decks. Nope. It's a big old cup of nope. Yep. Sweet. No play here is very good for us. It means we get to have Ionize up next turn for a Niv-Mizzet or whatever else they're gonna do. How much to watch you play dinos in a dino costume? Klutz actually has one of those blow up T-Rex costumes. Maybe we could do a donation goal to get that on stream at some point. I feel like people would pay for that. Blood Operative. Sure. So that one's just gonna happen. We'll shock it. I like how all the tribes allow for good costume streams, right? Secretly, the reason that I've become a full-time streamer is so I can have tax-deductible costumes, chat. Not many people can lay claim to they have a tax-deductible set of family owl costumes. I'm gonna go ahead and Ionize this. I just want to use my mana this turn, and it denies them the ability to get the Blood Operative back. In for land. Evolving Wilds. Do they have a third splash color? Are they playing this instead of Dimir Guildgate, maybe? Some of these 2-color decks play like a 9th dual land. No, the stretch goal was to owl costume the entire family. So people donated for the entire family to be in it, Beetle. Did I already make changes to the deck? I adjusted the spells at the bottom end. I moved all of the Lava Coils to the main deck and shifted from Lightning Strike to Shock because I wanted cheaper spells for the what's it called? If I tier 3 sub, can I put the money towards costumes? I don't want to say yes yet because I need to set up what I want to do for that. All right, so they're digging deep for their Eldest Reborn here. Take those hits, dealer. Big dumb dino. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Feels bad, man. They paid 10, but they got to the card they wanted. That's a really good one. Think about putting the 7-3 Dimir list from the PT in the queue. Yeah, that'd be fine, Anti-Trumpet. Anything that posted a result of the PT is fine to add. Whoa, this shock is about to be really good. And like, if they put like Vraska's Contempt on top of their deck. All right, thank you, come again. Y'all come back now, you hear? I'll take some Bacon Bolts. Shock's probably not very good, actually. Shock might be. There's a count right here. 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 I need to say that to myself like 5 times every time I do that and click back to the other screen. It's like it's right there, Hogland. It's right there. What's your problem? What's your problem, Hogland? Let's not be rude to my opponents. Please remember that if you want to critique any play that you see on the stream, whether it be mine or my opponent's, you need to be constructive and specific, or you will get a 10-minute break. 6 months spent with Jeff counts as a sordid affair. Thank you, Hippity. I appreciate the half year. Welcome back. Here's some bits I was going to give for Bant Tamio during the Wendy segment. Feel bad that I missed it. Sorry, Ozar. Thank you for the support, though. I appreciate that. For Bant Tamio. Sounds good. Yeah, Spyglass or Doom Whisper is not good enough. That's not the part of the card we care about. We care about the 6/6 half of the card. The bacon bolts are coming in for the Doom Whisperers. Here's the auto tapper explained. Don't use ignorance as a reason to not use something that makes your life easier. So there's a clip that will educate you on why the auto tapper is great and you should always be using it. Wait, they put me on the play? Well, that's awkward. Never didn't have it. Ooh. A bit bacon bolt for later. Do you have any pets? I do not personally have any pets at the moment. Wannabe Beetle. Am I losing my mind, or did we have a fry? We have a fry cheer mote at the moment. So when you use Hoogle cheer at the moment, it gets you a fry cheer. If Magic really takes off at some point, you think you will never be able to keep up with all the decks in the queue as more people sub. So I already can't keep up with all the decks in the queue, so occasionally I raise the price of what it costs to add a deck to my queue. And actually we're currently in that state right now, so except for very specific decks that I really love playing, it currently costs extra to add a deck to the queue. And I also don't take literally everything. Like, there's a lot of decks that I say when people send them in, I'm like, I'm just not really interested in this, or this doesn't look quite cohesive enough. Not surprised to see the Drake eat it there. Ionize is a great pickup. No, Magic Arena does not support mobile. Magic Arena currently supports Windows officially, and that is it. If you're running on a superior operating system like I am, you can run Magic Arena using Wine. Yep, no worry, Trumpet. When we hit 20 standard decks in the queue, it'll be open back up for $10 donations. Got Star of Extinction for the second time in one game. Brutal. Resolves. Maybe I'm supposed to negate here. Well, it looks like they have a counter, so I'm going to negate their counter. So zap you. Our Ascanta flipping soon. It is. That's kind of scary. Need to find a Drake or a Niv-Mizzet ASAP here. You notice how the second message was please restart your client instead of downtime? Yes. Are you going to take credit for that one, Megan? Was that one you? Because that was a good message. We applauded that message, so I would take credit for that one if I was you. Why do you have to virtualize things that make you happy? Wine is it called a recursive acronym? Wine literally stands for Wine is not an emulator. So Wine is not virtualization. I should have double checked. There is an opt in my graveyard. God bless. Well, that was a lot of lands in a row. That's a lot of lands in a row. All right, I'm gonna hold this land in my hand here because they play Disinformation Campaign, and I'd prefer to discard this land rather than my Bacon Bolt. Honestly, the most important thing to know about the auto tapper if for some reason the auto tapper is going to not use one land you want it to use, you can explicitly tap just that one land and then let it auto tap the rest of them. Does this deck want sweepers like Cannonade? I have no idea. I would need to know how some of those matches play out to know if that's a card that I'd be interested in having. Traxum, thank you for the biddies. I feel the need to let you know I'm going to bed. Baby Drake doo-doo. We're probably buried at this point. I don't know that we're going to be able to come back from Azcanta activating. Evening Vixed. Oh, Megan, you said you were taking notes the other night, and I forgot one of my big wish things. I tweeted this at Arena 2, so maybe y'all have it on your thing. I would love a max X button for X spells. Just like have a button to click to put it to the max, or like default to the max X when you cast a spell, because most of the time when you cast an X spell, you want to do it for as much mana as you have, instead of having to like count up a bunch of stuff. I think that's like the last one of the like really small interface things that would be good to have. Honestly, probably starting it at max is probably easy instead of putting a new button in. Some kind of visible when you reach max would be nice as well. I've not updated yet. I need to. We were joining a match as it popped up and told me to restart. So we're gonna finish this match up and then we'll kick the client and let it re-update, re-up and all that. You can Spyglass Azcanta, but I think I'd rather just kill them. Like, Azcanta is the only thing that I can Spyglass, and there's no guarantee that they have more than like 2 of them. This hand could be anything, chat. This hand could grow up to be whatever it wants. Little kid hand. Yeah, I'm in for another blue, sure. Look at that. Look at that. I grew up into a Drake. Just looking for threats here, basically. I'm gonna bin both of those. Save them for a rainy day. It's like drawing 2 cards in a way, right? Take your favorite mystery card. The Drakes are here to stay. Could be anything, even a boat. So they need removal for this, they need removal for this. Yeah, the patch notes for the last update said that the graveyard interface no longer closes when you select something. That was part of Wednesday's update. Check out our options here before we play a land. And that also makes our Enigma Drake bigger here. That's good play on the opponent's part, using their instant speed spell at sorcery speed to not get blown out by a 3-mana counter spell while we were tapped down. Good sequencing. One of the most important things you can remember in these matches where both players have response to instant speed interaction is that just because your card says it's an instant doesn't mean you have to play it on their turn. That's a little brutal. I'm not sure that we're going to be able to play through that. Anti-Trumpet, we have a buy emote. The Hoogle Wave emote is multifaceted. It's useful in a variety of situations. Maybe I should have held the land for Bacon Bolt there. Yeah, I probably should have held the land for Bacon Bolt. Yes, Arena is still pre-release software. Keep up the good work. Pinter, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Thanks for the 3rd of the year. I'm kind of surprised they didn't take the Drake. All right, that's why they didn't take the Drake. Got it. Like they know about this other Bacon Bolt, so like, so having a second Doom Whisperer makes a lot of sense there. Doom Whisperer is a big boy. He closes out really quickly. The Wendy segment is part of the blue-black control and green-white tokens that we played earlier today, so you'll be able to see that up on YouTube. I guess I just let this resolve. I need to like draw a Crackling Drake and like have defense up for it. I'm gonna draw another Bacon Bolt too potentially, but I think I bottomed one of those, right? If I did, it was at random. Was it deep setup? Nope. Nope. Actual, just legitimate sponsor. Thank you, Stu. I missed that one. All right, got one more draw step here. I'll need to take a quick break so I can update the client. Dead to Big Dumb Demon. Enjoy my wonderful sponsors page, which I haven't been chilling too much tonight since we had a whole Wendy's sponsored segment. These people are great. Buy their stuff. These people also great. Buy their stuff. How are you doing, folks? Hope everyone's having a good Friday wherever you're at in the world. If you're new, welcome. My name's Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you find yourself enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their very wonderful support. What's the Harry's Razor count? It's getting close. That's a good question. The Harry's count is currently at 89. If 11 more people pick up a Harry's Razor before the end of the month, I will be... If 100 people pick up the Harry's Razor before the end of the month, I will be baby shaving my face with my wonderful Harry's Razor. Hold on just a second while I update here. My setup for Arena is a little bit unique, so it's going to take me slightly longer than some of you to update here real quick. Should only be a couple minutes though. Yeah, they just did a 0 downtime hotfix update this evening. So for those that aren't familiar with my setup, I do all my work from a Linux system because I prefer working on that, and Arena is not officially supported on things outside of Windows. And while Arena runs perfectly fine using a piece of software called Wine on Linux, the updater actually doesn't work. So when there's a client update, I have to blow away my install and reinstall it fresh, which just takes a quick second. My internet is nice and speedy though, so we should be up momentarily. Do you think there is a deck for Melanti in this format? I actually don't know what his text box is offhand. What does Melanti's text box look like? Mine won't update, says invalid command line. Well, I'm downloading now, so I can put you, head to the update waiting room. I am not playing at the Grand Prix this weekend. I will be streaming some Modern this weekend at some point, but I will not be playing the Grand Prix. There's Artifact drops its NDA this weekend too, so I'm excited to watch a little bit of that, see if that's a game worth playing or not. I'll be streaming some Artifact on my channel here next week as well, as I learned to play that. You want a little shuffle cam? You want a big shuffle cam while we wait for the update? Don't tell me this doesn't get you going, chat. Just that sick bridge in the middle. Wonderful. Remember, chat, magic cards were designed to be shuffled. Magic cards were designed to be shuffled. Just the nice bridge on the side pack. The side pack bridge really is an art form. Too many people worried about the value of their magic cards. It's a lost art form. Just for people wondering what this deck is, this is a red-green madness deck that 15-year-old Jeff built as a child. And I found it in my garage over the summer when I was cleaning my garage out. And I left it on my deck. This is basically like the Magic Nerd version of a fidget spinner. Just like get to sit here and shuffle. What playmat am I using as a mouse pad? This is a Rabbit Master playmat from Star City Games from their creature collection. How expensive is this deck? There are all basic lands in here. There is, however, an F&M... There's an F&M promo Fiery Temper in here, along with all my worms. Look at that. There's some nice foils for you. Where's the deck list for it? I should put it up there. Yeah, I've procured a beta key from Artifact from someone that went to PAX, so I will be doing some of that next week on the 19th. 43 of 60. Do. Years of experience, chat. People always ask how do I do this, and I don't know. It's just what my hands do when they have cards in them. Did I update Stream Decker? I believe I updated Stream Decker. Sounds like something I normally do. Oh, for this deck? No, I'm not typing this deck up now. I have to type it up. I don't have a digital copy anywhere. What's going on, Project Swap? We're waiting for Arena to download a quick update, so we're having a little shuffle cam. My current impression of Artifact from what I've seen. I feel like Artifact looks like a game that I might be interested in playing, but I feel like Artifact is setting itself up for failure as far as being a popular game goes, because it looks like it's going to be like a niche within a niche within a niche. Like, the economy model is like an economy model that's kind of greedy and not going to be popular among players. The complexity is great for someone that wants a really complicated game, but the number of people that want that are kind of few. Like, it's gonna be like Dota, right? So, like, even if it's a game that I end up playing, there's a good chance it's a game that I don't want to make content for because it might not be popular for content. Oh, right, I have to log in here. I can't tell you my birthday, chat. Hold on now. Gosh, you're so invasive. I do like that Arena remembers my login after I put it in the first time. Unlike Magic Arena. All right, let me try one more thing. I might just call it a night. many people we lose here. A hot second. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be done for the night. So I don't want to make you here. I'll sit here while I sort tech issues. Sorry. Or maybe I'll just play some. Maybe I'll just play some Magic Online. Maybe I'll play some Magic Online. Could work through a deck or two in that queue. No, I'm not doing standard on Magic Online. That's just, we can play some Hex. That's technically something we could do. That's funny, kid. Hex was interesting. Had a good game design. Man, I really just don't feel like playing Magic Online tonight. Do I ever feel like playing Magic Online? Some days. Some days I feel like playing Modern. I'm going to be streaming Artifact on Monday and Tuesday next week. Monday and Tuesday night. Hey, Hop Ploboff, thank you for the 4-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping being played here. I'm not a big fan of Eternal Card Game. Eternal Card Game always felt like cheap Magic to me. Alright, I'll fire up the spreadsheets. That's fine. Need to finish the Skyrim playthrough. Nah, Block Constructor doesn't really have replayability in terms of content. It's just not something that people really want to watch. Yeah, the first alert said scheduled maintenance, but it's actually just a hotfix. I'm certain that the issue I'm having is probably related to the fact that I reinstalled and the actual updater doesn't work for me. They probably haven't updated the actual installer on the website yet, which is what I used. I gotta get ready for paper spreadsheets tonight. Alright, I've got... Alright, yeah, let's do some Modern. What do we got? Bant, Super Friends, and Grixis. Hollow Flare. Let's grab some cards for these. Can we brew a deck with only cards in my Moto collection? No, let's not. Let's not say we did. If you were just here for the standard, have a good evening. I'll catch all y'all around later. I don't think I'm gonna do more standard this weekend. We'll see what the numbers look like. With the Grand Prix going on, people will probably be a little bit spent on standard content. On Magic Online, I have to order cards with traders here really quick. For enough money, you can get anything into the queue. But yeah, I took a singleton list for the modern queue. Alright, so this deck's pretty good. The control deck can be a little bit rough sometimes, but this one's pretty reasonable. Let's go grab cards from my sponsor. We'll be on our way. Let me just check one more time that this isn't going to work before I futz with this. No, MTGO Traders is the sponsor for my stream, JW Player. They're the ones that provide me all the cards for the decks that we play. I'm a liar. I'm a liar. Look at that. Look at that. It worked. Woo! The magic gods heard my cries. The magic gods heard my cries. All right, we're back on the OG plan. Thank God. God, we lost some people. That's fine. We're still got 1,000 people here. Thanks for hanging out, folks. We'll build some of them back up. So we're gonna finish up with UR, Drake, Control. Then we've got Big Red and Sarkin Dinos. I'm gonna play a couple more matches with this, right? We're on this. Can you cut this? Sure. Sure, I have to, we were kind of in the middle of this when the update happened, Civilized Scholar, so I'm gonna play one more match with this deck, and then I'd be happy to let you cut that in. I kind of like this deck. Anything you want to change so far? So far, I think this deck is just a bad version of the Drake deck. I think this deck is just a bad version of the Drake deck. It kind of feels like not having, sorry, the Drake Phoenix deck specifically. I feel like losing Phoenix, we're not gaining something meaningful for losing the Phoenix. I feel like if you wanted to play Niv-Mizzet in the main deck of the Phoenix deck, I think that's plenty possible. Like, you could just cut Enigma Drake. Some people were cutting Enigma Drake anyways. So you could just, like, play Enigma Drake and Niv and Phoenix. Just, like, do that. Yeah, I think that's what I would do. I would recommend just maining Niv. I'm gonna play one more match here to confirm that that's what it feels like, but from the games we've played so far, I don't feel like this is doing anything particularly engaging past what the Phoenix deck is doing, other than playing Niv in the main. You could just play Niv in the main in the Phoenix build. Nice, congrats, Thung. This hand is not particularly good against mono white beats. All right, that picked my spirits up. I was actually kind of like, I want to keep streaming tonight, but I really didn't want to play Magic Online. I think Velocity is really good, Kent. We actually played the Drake Phoenix deck earlier tonight, and there were 2 Velocities in it, and that's something that I just really love. All right, so we gotta bacon bolt this. Trading 1 mana or 3 mana for their 1 mana isn't particularly exciting, but we're just gonna get got otherwise. More Standerinos. Thank you very much for the absurd support. You white helm midrange. I think I want one in my Izzet stuff. It's better than the 4th. I really like Crackling Drake. I don't know. Cutting Crackling Drake kind of seems like nonsense to me. Full Flame, thank you for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I mean, like, the reason why I'm still doing Magic Online is because I don't want to do just Standard. Like, Standard's fun, but, like, variety's the spice of life. Oh, I updated the stream decker to show a Bant deck. I totally did. Yep. Let me fix that. Thought we were going to have to play spreadsheets. Apologies. Are we dead? Feeling like we might be dead. Yeah. Yep. Just getting gut. Well, that's a lot of cards to bring in. I guess I have a lot of cards to cut. Oh, I don't want to cut the beacon bolts. Maybe I want to cut some of them, actually. Maybe all of them aren't good enough. I trim a Niv. Nope, I don't have to trim a Niv. This is fine. This seems okay. I'm going to leave one extra beacon bolt and trim a discovery. Go 3/3 on those. This seems fine. Didn't you splash red into the pirate deck? Nope. You can find my current pirate list on my website. It's just blue-black. I don't think you get anything meaningful from adding a red splash, and you make the mana pretty significantly worse. Peace, Sean. Have a good evening. Yeah, seems fine. I don't have a ton of removal. Banefire's kind of removal. Like, if they play a 1-drop, I can Banefire it onto, and, like, hopefully Ops can help us find a land. One of the best ways you can beat decks like the opponent's deck is to actually kill them. So, just straight controlling them out of the game is very difficult, but if we can disrupt some of their early pressure and then close the game out with, like, actual threats that kill them, it's very, very good. Will you splash red and you get blood crypt? Probably not. I don't understand, like, what I'm gaining by splashing red. Like, again, when you make changes to a deck, you want to be working towards solving problems by making those changes, and I don't think adding red fixes any of the problems. No, I got my issue sorted. I gave it one more try and I got my issue sorted. We're back. We almost changed the spreadsheets. It was a close one. Looking for a removal spell exactly like that. The next turn we'll go land Crackling Drake. This looks like the LSV version of White Red. History's pretty good here. X4 is pretty good though too. They don't have a removal spell for this. Will be in a pretty okay spot, especially when we get to mission briefing next turn. Ooh, that's nice. So, pretty good curve here. We're going to have Drake into mission briefing, a removal spell, and then tapped land, and then Niv-Mizzet the following turn. Is there a way to change how your lands look? Yeah, there's somewhere buried in the thing where you can select what art your land have. Fiery Cannonade. Fiery Cannonade. Alright, so before I play my land for the turn, I'm going to mission briefing, because this could hit one of our 3 Fiery Cannonades. That's unfortunate. I guess I just leave those there. Might just get run over here. But I say I'm a little burnt out. No, I just think I've been thoroughly reminded of, like, what good Magic feels like. And I don't think that I necessarily disliked Modern in general. There's certain decks that I should be avoiding, and I'm going to avoid moving forward in the future. Like, I've accepted a lot of decks that I shouldn't have, and I'm gonna stop accepting them moving forward since we have a good alternative now. Yeah, there's some good games of Magic, and part of the problem is like the decks that are worse in Modern, you know, like the memes and the brews, those decks have a lot more worse games than the good decks. They're just not as good. Let me untap with my dragon. Let me untap with my dragon. Crap, this is gonna be a 5/5. That's unfortunate. So if they attack with everything, I block here, and then I take 5, 9, 11 and go to 4. But Lava Coil plus Banefire plus triggers should be able to clean the board out pretty well. Yeah, Coil does 5. The problem isn't that I can't kill it. The problem is that it attacks through Niv. So I'm down to 4 here. Thankfully, their deck doesn't really have any reach in it, which is nice. I actually get to kill their whole board here, right? So I do this. Niv draws me a card, which kills this. And then I get to Banefire this, which kills this. Oh, I can just Lava Coil it now? Yeah, probably just want to Lava Coil it now. Niv is so good. This is... The people who aren't... The people who aren't playing Niv-Mizzet and Crackling Drakes in their control decks just... They just don't get it. It's... These cards are so good, and the fact that they draw cards when they die most of the time means the floor on them is incredibly high. People are just so used to the feel bad in their control decks, like losing their threat and then not getting any value out of it, but these threats generate value before they die. They're so good. Yeah, the Drakes and Jeskai Clarion for infinite health. That seems like really bad timing. Oh, they made this indestructible. That's cute. So I can mission briefing plus opt here to shoot a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I think 2's good. The Drake's deck has so many cantrips in it that can find the Nivs. Honestly, I wouldn't hate main decking Niv in most builds of Drakes. There's a lot of builds of Drakes that I've seen that are like more, they're more controlling focused. And I think that's the direction I would take this deck. I feel like this deck, giving up the Phoenix doesn't make a lot of sense. And I would much rather just like play the Phoenix, play the Phoenix deck, but like have your threats be 4 Phoenix, 4 Crackling Drake, 2 Niv. Any chance of Niv seeing Modern play? No. 6 mana cards have to win the game the turn you play them in Modern. Think Primeval Titan. Think Scape Shift. Modern is a fast, brutal format. These slow, clunky cards that people like to play, those people should just be playing Standard. They're just gonna get brutalized and be sad in Modern. This is great. We have Shock into Entrancing Melody. This is like a 3 mana, 3-ish, 3 to 4 mana spell, but it's hard to pass up Shock on the draw. Just like this is gonna gain us so much health basically. A lot of tempo. So I get to go tap land into Beacon Bolt into Entrancing Melody here most likely. I think Niv will see playing Postmodern, almost certainly. I guess this isn't going to be big enough to kill anything. Unless they play a 1 toughness creature here. Ugh. Looking for a Lava Coil. I think I just need to find a removal spell here. That's unfortunate. Thoughts on risk factor? I don't know if there's really decks that could leverage that card too well. Don't have another threat. Don't have another threat. God bless. Oh, that's really good. So now I get to shock this and then Bacon Bolt the Beneficial Marshal. Got rewarded for aggressively bottoming that Drake. And now they have a 4/4, but I have an Entrancing Melody. They have a 3/3, sorry. Yeah, Entrancing Melody was good technology. Like, those are little upgrades that you get from those players that, like, spend weeks testing for all the different matchups. Yoink! I'll take that. Sure. Yeah, the fact that it eats a whole history for only 2 mana is fantastic as well. Just like take 1 token, trade with the other token. Land. Land. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. This might be a little bit aggressive. If they have a Conclave Tribunal, they like get in 2 points of damage next turn. But again, their deck generally doesn't have reach in it, so I think that's fine. Yeah, like, if they were playing a deck that involved, like, a bunch of haste creatures, I might not take that attack there. Now I'm not going to attack, because this game is won by a landslide if we untap with Niv. I don't think that's true, Full Flame. Like, this idea that, like, it's hard to get cards in Arena is nonsense. Like, we're used to buying Magic cards for money, right? Like, you get cards faster in Arena the same way you get cards faster literally in every other type of Magic. Like, you can spend money to get cards faster in Arena just like you can spend money to get cards faster in Magic Online. Oh, Heroic Reinforcement. Yeah, that's really true. They do have haste. I forgot about that one. It's a good one to point out. Thank you. I'm gonna leave this back because of Heroic Reinforcement. They're dead next turn regardless. All right, so again, just to have a concise wrap on this deck. This deck. This card's great. This card's great. Not playing the Phoenixes doesn't make a lot of sense, I don't think. Even the 3-mana counterspells, I could even see being okay. Ionize and Sinister Sabotage. But honestly, I feel like I would rather take one of the existing Phoenix Drake decks and like work Niv into the main deck rather than try and start with this whole new shell.